79 years old, a quiet apartment, and a call police believed was medical, until it wasn't. 3 days later, investigators changed everything. They released her name and confirmed what no one expected. This was no accident. This was a homicide. On the morning of December 9th, just after 8:20, Toronto police were dispatched to an apartment in the city's West End. The call didn't sound alarming. It wasn't reported as violent. It wasn't described as an emergency unfolding in real time. It came in simply as a medical complaint. The kind of call officers respond to every day. No one rushing through the street. No neighbors watching from their windows. No warning of what was waiting behind the door. But when officers entered the apartment near St. Clair Avenue West and Rushton Road, they found a woman who was already dead. At first, police didn't call it murder. They didn't release a name. They didn't describe injuries. They didn't say how she died. Instead, they used careful language, the kind investigators rely on when they don't yet have answers. They called it a suspicious death, and for 3 days, that was all the public knew. The neighborhood known as Witchwood is quiet, residential, a place where people walk their dogs, recognize familiar faces, and don't expect serious crime to unfold behind closed doors. That contrast made the discovery even more unsettling. Inside the apartment, officers found no immediate explanation that could be shared publicly. When deaths occur under unclear circumstances, investigators take a step back. They preserve the scene, they document everything, and then they turn to forensic evidence. A post-mortem examination was ordered. This step is often where a case changes direction, because sometimes the truth isn't visible at the scene. Sometimes it only reveals itself later. In the hours after the discovery, police confirmed very little. They acknowledged that a woman had been found deceased inside an apartment. They said the investigation was ongoing, and they quietly noted one important detail. The homicide unit was monitoring the case. That doesn't automatically mean a crime has occurred, but it does mean investigators are preparing for that possibility. Behind the scenes, forensic specialists examined the body. They looked for signs of trauma. They analyzed internal injuries. They searched for evidence that could explain how someone died and whether another person was involved. While that process unfolded, the public waited, and speculation began. Online, people questioned how a medical call could lead to this outcome. Others wondered whether something had been missed. Police warned against drawing conclusions. At this stage, facts mattered more than theories. Then, late on the evening of December 12th, everything changed. Toronto police released an official update. The post-mortem examination was complete. Based on those findings, the death was now officially classified as a homicide. And for the first time, police identified the victim. Her name was Jolyn Kuhn. She was 79 years old. With that announcement, the case shifted entirely. What had once been a suspicious death was now a confirmed homicide investigation, the 38th in Toronto that year. Police also issued a public plea for information. That detail is important. When investigators ask the public for help, it often means they believe someone else knows something. A detail, a memory, a moment that didn't seem important at the time. Sometimes those details are the missing pieces. Despite confirming the homicide, police were careful about what they did not say. They did not release a cause of death. They did not describe injuries. They did not say when Jolyn Kuhn died. And they did not identify a suspect. That silence isn't accidental. In active homicide investigations, details are often withheld to protect evidence and prevent misinformation. Revealing too much too early can compromise witness statements or alert a suspect before police are ready. But the lack of information also leaves a chilling question hanging in the air. How does a 79-year-old woman die violently inside her own apartment without immediate answers? As news spread, neighbors reacted with shock. Many described the area as peaceful, safe, familiar, a place where something like this felt out of place. Some said they hadn't noticed anything unusual. No loud arguments, no visible disturbances. Nothing that stood out, at least not at the time. That's often how cases like this unfold. Not with screams or chaos, but with silence. Online discussions began to appear, especially in local community forums. Some users focused on the timeline, questioning how a death initially described as medical could later be ruled a homicide. Others debated what suspicion suspicious really means in police language. Authorities urged caution. So far, no online claims or theories have been confirmed. Police have not validated any speculation circulating on social media. For now, the investigation remains grounded in evidence, not rumors. What makes this case resonate so deeply is how quietly it began. An elderly woman, a private space, no immediate signs of violence made public. In many homicide cases, there's a clear moment when everything breaks open. An arrest, a public suspect, a dramatic announcement. This case is different. Here, the most significant shift happened behind closed doors, during a post-mortem examination that revealed something wasn't right. It's a reminder that not all crimes announce themselves loudly. Some unfold slowly, carefully, and out of sight. Police are now working to reconstruct Jolyn Kuhn's final days. Who last saw her? Who had access to the apartment? Was there a visit that seemed ordinary at the time but now feels important? These are the questions investigators are asking. And somewhere they believe someone may have an answer, even if they don't realize it yet. A sound heard through a wall, a knock at a door, a person seen entering or leaving. In cases like this, memory becomes evidence. As of now, the investigation remains open. No arrests have been announced, no suspects named, no motive established publicly. Police continue to urge anyone with information to come forward, directly or through anonymous tip lines. And until more details are released, the case exists in an uneasy space. Confirmed homicide, unresolved circumstances. One thing, however, is no longer in question. Jolyn Kuhn did not die of natural causes. Police say she was killed. What happened inside that apartment? Who was responsible and why? Those answers have yet to be revealed. And until they are, this case stands as a quiet but haunting reminder that sometimes the most disturbing crimes don't begin with violence in the streets. They begin with a simple phone call and a truth that only emerges days later. If you have thoughts or questions, share them respectfully. And if you want updates as this investigation develops, consider subscribing, because when new information comes to light, this is a story we'll be returning to.